How do you think services could improve?
First of all, they should all do training in LGBT issues and then really advertise the fact that they are LGBT, like I hate the word friendly, and that they are educated in LGBT matters. Because I think saying queer friendly or LGBT friendly, it's not enough for me because I don't need them to be friendly, no, but knowledgeable. We have different relationships as well. We could be in a relationship for 2 or 3 months. You could be in a long-term relationship. I'm polyamorous. So you could be seeing 2 or 3 different people, like just looking at us as homogenous. We're not, actually. If you say go to your GP for advice or anything, I think that I'd walk into a service, be it a GP, be it the violence centre, anything, and I visibly see LGBT literature and stuff around the place so that I don't have to wonder, are they or aren't they? That would prove to me, or encourage people to get the word out to the rest of the community about what there is. I think that the biggest lack, the lack of knowledge in our community about issues like that.
I think we need to do more training in this area and look at what needs to be in place before we start accepting referrals. To talk about the dynamics of a relationship where there's male to male violence, does it look the same or does it look different? Or are there different dynamics that there are in heterosexual relationships, to understand that first as a basis. It would be good for us to have a flyer to display in our office so that even if somebody doesn't want to come up to us and ask, say, they can see it being displayed. And maybe for OSS to display it in GP surgeries and public areas so that, again, somebody doesn't have to ask for it. They can find it quite readily.
I would like to see a far bigger campaign, possibly with the HSE, to like really push that message out there that this goes on in all kinds of relationships and that for gay men, this organization exists and it should be on national television and there should be radio advert for it as well because, like an online ad, appearing like on YouTube and that really bring it like front end saying that this sort of thing really goes on and to talk about it. It's got to be aimed at like where men are. And whether that involves gay bars and the saunas in Dublin and places like that, really like put them in prominent places where men are.
I think from an emergency department perspective and hospital perspective, I think where people are coming in with STDs and looking for checks like that, I think we need to ensure that people are being screened every time, and up our training and awareness of the prevalence of intimate partner abuse in same-sex couples as well. Like I think staff have good awareness of the female victim or potential victims of domestic abuse, where injuries are inconsistent and things. They would press them more. But I don't know, I couldn't say if the same level of questioning is done with male victims. And that would be the same for same-sex couples.
A little information sheet or a little card to say if we could have them in all the patrol cars and you're there to provide a service for everyone, you're inclusive. It's all about information and education and you never can get enough education. You never know everything. And I think by, I suppose, engaging with different projects and people from different backgrounds and learning from them by sitting in a room and having open discussion, we can see where we can improve and where we make mistakes.
To gay up the offices when somewhere is a service, if it's a service being offered out, it does need to show some sort of gay thing at the front that's obvious to gay people. Maybe the gay flag or a poster or something as you come in, it's small things like that. It does make people feel a little bit more included. Like a lot of it is about people feeling included and that their opinions are going to be taken seriously or that whatever their issue is they're coming through the door with, they're not going to be laughed at. It's not that people are being homophobic. They're certainly not. It's more that they need to go a little bit more to prove or to show that they're being inclusive. To me, it's training and also having a visual presence at things like Gay Pride or wherever there's kind of big functions, or also if I'm not a social media person, but obviously to have a positive and welcoming presence in the gay social media sites. So training, visualization, connecting with the gay community and getting your message out there that it is a service that exists.
If something is what I'd call a clear case, we would then suggest OSS or Sexual Violence Centre, both of whom have in the past picked up referrals from us. Sometimes I think the intervention is more general than that, in terms of the violence is a symptom rather than the underlying problem. And we've certainly had individual cases where by giving the man a support group that he feels understands him and it becomes his tribe and everything, that can give the confidence to walk away from the relationship. Because I think quite a lot of these relationships are based on the victim being in a very dependent state, particularly when it's young men who maybe has been made homeless when they come out and are therefore ripe for exploitation by older, more settled, more affluent men who want to abuse them.